some stretches for the early morning to wake us up and open up our body as well. We're starting off, we're going to start with our neck. So we're going to take our hand, reach it out so you actually open up your arm. So instead of just putting it there, actually reach as you're doing it. Imagine your arms being pulled, and just take your other hand onto the side of your head and just gently pulling upwards on the diagonal. So we're not pulling down and across, but we're just pulling up. And you should feel a nice stretch along here. And just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. For roughly 3 breaths. And then back to center. And changing over your arms. So again, reaching with the arm. I can already feel a stretch in my shoulder here, so you should already feel that stretch, your body opening up. And again, gently just pulling upwards on the diagonal. For 3 breaths. And then back to center. So this time we switch over arms and we turn our head now to the side first and then look downwards. Now we're looking down, and again we just take our hand and just gently pull across and down now, and you should feel a stretch along the back now. And just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I like to do these stretches before bed as well, just to prepare yourself for sleep. And just switching over to the other side. Obviously if you're doing a lot of, well, not just martial arts training, but if you're just working a lot on the laptop and in any position where you're building a lot of tension around your neck area, even just spending a minute is long enough just in these positions. You notice they do make a difference. And back to center. If you just circle your head a couple times, it should feel a bit looser, hopefully. And let's move into our shoulders. So we're going to take our hand, face it towards us, place it on our shoulder, and we're going to place our elbow against the wall. So if we go with our right arm, I'll just show you here first before I go against the wall. We're going to take our left leg and bring it forward, and we're going to place our right arm against the wall, and we're going to push it into the wall so that it actually pushes our shoulder backwards. So it looks like this, and then we're going to look away from it to the left in this case if our right hand's forward, and then look down. So you don't want to get too close to the wall, but again you don't want to be too far either. You just need to find your position and just step your right leg back. Place your elbow into the wall roughly shoulder height. Look as far as you can to the left, and then look down. And again, just returning to your breathing, not trying to overforce anything, just relaxing into it. And just coming back to the center with your head and change over sides. So it's important when you're doing this and you're returning from any of the stretches, try not to just bounce back or throw yourself back, but just do it in a controlled fashion as well. So left elbow against the wall, pushing into it, right leg forward. You can place your hand on your hip if you like, or I like to place it on my lower back just to give me the idea of flattening out my lower back so I don't end up arching it. And then look as far as you can to the right, and then slowly looking down. Actually, I feel more tension in this side. Normally it's my right side, because I'm right-handed. So I spend a lot of time stretching my shoulders off now. From years of martial arts training and not stretching, my shoulders always end up going forward and back to center and then standing up. Just from years of training, my shoulders naturally end up just going forward now. If I relax, they just drop forward, so I have to spend a lot of time, well, I've been spending a lot of time stretching out my shoulders. There's one more, just for opening up our shoulders and opening up our breathing. Again, using the wall. We're going to place our hands on it and just hinge forward. So you just place your hands on the wall, step back to where you feel comfortable, where you can drop forward, and we want to keep our back as flat as possible, keep our arms straight, and just drop in. You don't need to push yourself down, just let gravity do the work and just relax into it. And you want to play with your position. You can adjust, step further back if you need to get a bit deeper. But again, we're not forcing anything, we're just letting gravity do the work. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the longer you hold these positions, the more opportunity you give yourself to become aware of any extra tension you're holding. The longer I'm here, I can feel that I'm holding tension, especially like my shoulders, where I don't really need to be holding that position. So you give yourself an opportunity to actually relax. And slowly coming up. And let's do one more for our legs. I want to circle your arms a couple times. Should feel a bit more open in the shoulders. I certainly do. And we'll finish up with a little stretch. It actually kind of goes across our whole body, but it's going to open up our hips. So if you have somewhere soft or comfortable you feel comfortable getting down on, we're just going to come onto the floor, onto our backs. You could even do this one first thing in the morning when you're in bed. And we're just going to come to an X position, and we're going to take our right leg, and we're going to reach. Imagine our toes being pulled, and we're just going to reach with it, and this is going to create a diagonal stretch across our whole body. You don't need to go all the way over, just focus on reaching, or imagining your toes being pulled. Again, returning to your breathing. might be able to extend a little bit further. And then just bringing it back, nice and slowly. And changing over to the other side, so bringing your leg across you, pointing your toes, just slowly, and reaching. And then back to center. And from there, just slowly coming up, however you feel comfortable, and coming to standing, and just shake out your legs a bit. They should hopefully feel a bit looser as well.